Wow. Brian Gutekunst, Russ Ball, you guys are freaking gods. You guys are geniuses. The Packers are making first day moves in the free agency. I was actually surprised, and I was actually going to make a video discussing the free agency and why I think the Packers won't make any first day moves. But sure enough, as always, Brian Gutekunst proving us wrong and just being aggressive in the free agency and addressing the team needs. And sure enough, he did that by signing Christian Kirksey, linebacker from the Cleveland Browns, and former right tackle Rick Wagner from the Detroit Lions, both for 2 years, $60 million, and Rick Wagner for 2 years, $11 million. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the pros and cons for both players, my thoughts and opinions on these signings. Let's go ahead and start off with Christian Kirksey, the linebacker from the Cleveland Browns. He did come down to Green Bay for a visit. Nothing was finalized, so he went on and moved to go talk to the Las Vegas Raiders, the Buffalo Bills. Sure enough, he does sign today with the Packers for 2 years, $16 million. The pros about Christian Kirksey: he's 27 years old, which means he still has some prime left in him. He's a productive linebacker, good versus the pass, which is something that Blake Martinez lacked. It's a position of need, adds depth, and he's going to be reuniting with Mike Pettin, which at the time was the head coach for the Cleveland Browns, and now he is the defensive coordinator for the Packers, which is a great signing here, in my opinion. The only con I have with Christian Kirksey, which a lot of these people are saying as well, is the history of injuries. He only played 9 games in both the 2018 and 19 season combined, which is pretty scary. But I think if he can stay healthy, he can possibly be a Pro Bowler linebacker for us. I think he is going to be a solid linebacker for us, especially against the pass. I think he can do pretty good as well against the run. But I think he's going to be the guy that we use against the pass, because Blake Martinez couldn't do a damn thing when it came to the pass and defending tight ends, running backs, wide receivers. So let's go ahead and move on from Christian Kirksey. Let's go ahead and talk about Rick Wagner, the right tackle from the Detroit Lions, who signed 2 years, $11 million with the Green Bay Packers. This is a position of need, provides depth, and this also means that Brian Bulaga's time in Green Bay is over. The only problem I have here is that there's been a little history of injuries with them. He's also has allowed a lot of sacks, which I believe it was 6.5 in both 2016 and 17. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he did improve a little bit by only allowing 3 penalties and 3.5 sacks, which isn't that bad compared to 6.5 and 8 quarterback hits and so on and so forth. So with this signing with Rick Wagner, do I think he will be the starter? No. He's going to have to battle it out depending on if we go ahead and add more offensive pieces in the free agency or the draft. He's going to have to battle it out with these guys. I think he has all the potential in the world to become the starter, but I would love to see some competition for that right tackle starting position. So overall, what are my thoughts on these signings? I like them. I feel like Brian Gutekunst addressed the positions of need for the team. Now, this means that we can go ahead and focus on other stuff in the draft, which, speaking of the draft, I was working on my mock draft, and now I have to restart it because we're adding more pieces on the team. So you're adding another linebacker that can actually do his job, cover against the pass, who is pretty decent against the run, still has some prime left in him. You sign him for pretty cheap. You're adding a right tackle, which is pretty cheaper than what Brian Bulaga would have been asking for. Depth is a position of need. So I like both signings, and I honestly think that this is not the only signings we will see from Green Bay. So with that being said, let me know what you guys think about these signings. I like to know. And yes, I am disappointed that the Packers didn't get Nick Witkowski or Austin Hooper, but for 4 years, $44 million, which is $11 million per year, I'm good. I'm fine with that. I'm honestly solid with who we have at tight ends. But let me know what you guys think. We'll talk about that in the comment section down below. Let me know. It's been your boy Bryant. And as always, she says, go Pack Go. Stay tuned because I will be uploading more videos like this when the Packers make moves. Peace.